Ontario man imprisoned in China is once again appealing for help from the Canadian government. Jimmy Chen was arrested for fraud a year and a half ago while on a business trip to China. His family says Canadian officials are not doing very much to help him. Ontario Liberal MP Karygiannis has taken special interest in the case and is supporting the Chen family and joins us now. So just give us a bit of history on Jimmy Chen. What is his connection and dealings with China? How is it he came to be arrested in the first place?
Company A in Canada, his company, and Company B in China are doing business. There's been a falling out. There's a court case as we speak right now. Mr. Chen visited China. Mr. Chen was arrested in China on fraud charges, and there has been absolutely no Canadian representation. The Canadian government has not issued a diplomatic note in order to get him out. And this is very unfair because we're letting the situation half the world away influence a court case in Canada.
So we know that Chinese authorities aren't necessarily that sympathetic to entreaties by other governments if they detain an individual. Is it possible that in this case, Jimmy Chen, in his business dealings with people in China, just rubbed the wrong people the wrong way? And you know, in China, if you do that, you get in trouble and you suffer the consequences.
Very much so. Very much so. This is a particular case, and this man has been jailed in the province of Fujian and has been in for a year and a half. And what we need to do, the government of Canada needs to step up to the plate and issue a diplomatic note to China to say, look, expedite this particular situation and get our citizen back home in order for him to fulfill the situation here and conclude the difficulties that are facing between company A and B.
Clearly he says he's innocent of any charges of fraud, right?
Yes, very much so. I've talked to his lawyer, I've talked to his family, and they're saying, look, this is particularly a misunderstanding, a situation here in Canada that has to be resolved here in Canada. The company in China is suing the company in Canada. The law proceedings, the court case has been happening here in Canada. Why is this man detained in China? Why is this man not allowed to come back to Canada in order to let the process in Canada take place and just swiftly resolution?
I guess what I'm getting at, is this something where a business relationship has gone sour, and because Chen was in China at the time and there were enough authorities who were sympathetic to his rival or the business partner that had a falling out with him? Is it just a business deal that's gone sour, or do you think there's more to it than that?
It's a business deal that has gone sour. The man has not been charged with any other criminal activities. He was not having drugs at the airport. He didn't kill anybody. The man has done absolutely nothing wrong from what I know. Just he's charged with fraud, and it's a case that has gone sour. The Canadian government has to step in. Mr. Emerson and Helena Gerges have to take responsibility. We have to take responsibility not for Mr. Chen, but for close to 1,800 other people that are stuck abroad. And this government only does knee-jerk reaction if there's pressure from sources like yours. Right?
Yeah, Mr. Chen is a Canadian citizen. So what, if anything, has the Canadian government done?
They provided him consular affairs has provided him assistance. They see him once in a while. And they're praising the family how he's doing. Last I talked to the daughter that actually graduated about 6 months ago from the university, and the father was not there to see the graduation. They're saying to her, you know, your father's fine, and this is, you know, we're doing this or that. But again, bottom line is they have to step up to the plate and issue a diplomatic note to China so that the Chinese authorities clearly understand that there's got to be a resolution that Canadians are interested in this case.
But we have seen diplomatic overtures to China in the past in other cases. What realistically could be expected of sending the note, or is it just important to go through with that formality? One,
it is important to go through that formality, and the relations between China, our second largest trading partner after the United States as a country, not as a bloc, have gone sour lately because the Harper Government has certainly not kept up the relations that were fostered over the years in previous liberal governments. So it is time that we say to the Chinese we're interested in this particular case. Anybody doing business between Canada and China could find themselves in this situation, and certainly the Canadian government cannot abandon our citizens, be it that they're Chinese, be it that they're African, be it that they're Caucasian, be it that they're South Asians. We cannot abandon our citizens abroad.
Very interesting. We'll follow the story. Mr. Karygiannis, good to talk to you. Thanks for this.
Thank you very much for having me.